number one underrated DJ would have to be Teddy Ted from the Awesome 2. Why? Because the Awesome 2 were definitely a pivotal point in hip hop history because they helped a lot of people. Now, they didn't have the 4 and 5 hour blocks as a Red Alert or Mr. Magic or Chuck Chill Out or Marley Marl. And if you, from that era, you knew you had to wait 4 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday for them to come on for that 45 minutes. And you could pop your tape in and just press record and go to sleep and listen to it the next day. Because 3 hours, the people that did have that block before them was like P. Fine and DNA and Hank Love, and they were just playing like advertisements for like where to get your hair braided and shit like that. So to sit up and wait to hear Teddy Ted spin, honestly, I thought he was just, at that time, I thought he was just more advanced. Like he had the cuts, he had the skills, he had the transitions. You know, you had Special K as the golden voice, and like at a blink of an eye, he could be playing like the newest record, or you know, and then he's like introduced the world to Nice and Smooth. He was producing Nice and Smooth, all of their hits. You know what I'm saying? They come from his umbrella. Ed OG and the Bulldogs, I Gotta Have It. That was Teddy Ted, like as far as production is concerned. But we're talking like 88, 90, you know what I'm saying? So everybody was like, it's Red Alert, it's Chuck Chill Out, it's this, it's Pete Rock on this. But it was really Teddy Ted, man. He was like, he had the cuts, he had the transitions. He could play a fucking record that just came out yesterday and then go into break beats seamlessly. Like it was just like, he's definitely number one underrated by far. I'm trying to think of underrated, like, underrated. I think my second guy would have to be, rest in peace, Carl Blaze, who was murdered. He had a timely, a fortunate accident. And he was part of like the newer age when, you know, New York had, when Power 105 was just starting, and it was like Ed Lover and this and that. And I think Carl Blaze was definitely, like, he always was about skills. Like, even though he was playing the commercial stuff, he was all about skills. And then, you know, you could catch him at the X Bar in Dykeman before Washington Heights was Washington Heights, before Washington Heights has always been Washington Heights, but when Carl Blaze was doing a party up there, X Bar, there's a couple of other spots up there in the Bronx, but Carl Blaze was definitely a trailblazer, and it's like people just forgot about him. Like he's just like, as soon as you're dead, people forget. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think his legacy should go unheard of. Like just like Raiders or DJ Threats or even homie that just passed too. Jinx Paul. He got hit by a car and shit. Like he's always been dope. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a lot of DJs, man. But definitely Teddy Ted's number one. Carl Blaze is number two. I'm trying to think of like, by fucking far. If we're gonna, third guy is definitely hands down from the Mean Machine, Rockin Rob. Like to this day, that dude still gets busy. Like whether it's Serato, whether it's vinyl, whether it's 45s in the park. Like, and what I like about it is him and his son do things together, and I think that's really fucking dope. But, you know, if you don't have like a backstory on Rockin Rob, he's from the Bronx, and he was with a group, hip hop group called Mean Machine. He was actually their drummer. Back then it was like Theodore, Flash, AJ, you know, things of that nature. But Rockin Rob was just a monster, and he's still a monster. And I think he's definitely, I might have to switch Teddy Ted and him. Like, I don't know who's more underrated. Like, it's like watching Rockin Rob DJ is like poetry in motion, bro. Like, that shit should be like put in a fucking bottle and like sailed across the ocean like an old school letter, bro. Like, and people open it and read the letter. That's how fucking authentic that dude is, bro. If you could catch him, you gotta see it, bro. It's fucking perfect, man. Like, on some real shit. Like, and for him to still have, at his age, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you see a lot of the DJs from that era that's aged, you know, it's not a lot of action. Like, he's slapping that fader around. Like, he's not fucking around. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I appreciate that because it's like, I can't say he's like a Flash or you know, some of these other DJs from that realm that necessarily didn't have to have a job later on in their career to, you know what I'm saying, like to survive and provide for their family. Like I feel like Rockin Rob is like, I don't think he DJs 3 or 4 times a week. I don't think he has this residency. I think he actually has a job, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But every time I see him DJ, you would think that he's DJing every fucking day at his age, and that shit is inspiring, man. Like that shit keeps me going. It's like it keeps me sharp. Like it keeps me wanting to, you know, every time I'm on the set, like I gotta show some action. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't even about, you know, it's everything. It's not even just the action. It's the selection. It's the attitude. It's the, you know, certain techniques that, you know, people won't understand unless you're just actually into it. But definitely Rockin Rob by far, man.